Have you ever wondered why it's so difficult to talk about mental health? In our fast-paced world, we often prioritize physical health and overlook the equally important aspect of our well-being, our mental health. It's a crucial part of our lives that influences our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Yet, for many of us, it remains a topic shrouded in mystery and hesitation. Mental health is just as significant as physical health. It's not only about the absence of mental health disorders, but also about maintaining a state of well-being where we can realize our abilities, cope with the normal stresses of life, work productively, and contribute to our communities. But here's the thing. It's not always easy to maintain a healthy mental state. Life throws curveballs. We encounter challenges that test our resilience, and sometimes we struggle. We struggle silently, hiding our battles beneath the surface because we fear judgment, misunderstanding, or even just the vulnerability of opening up. That's where we need to change the narrative. Mental health isn't something to be ashamed of. It's a human experience, one that's diverse and unique to each of us. And it's important to talk about it, to understand it, and most importantly, to seek help when we need it. Today we're doing just that. We're breaking the silence by sharing powerful personal journeys of individuals who have faced mental health challenges. These stories are not just about struggles, but about resilience, recovery, and hope. They're about real people, their battles, and their victories. They're about breaking the stigma, one story at a time. Each story is unique, just as each of us is unique. And in these stories, you might find bits and pieces that resonate with you, that make you feel seen and heard, that remind you that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to seek help. So let's put aside our preconceived notions. Let's open our minds and our hearts. Let's dive into these brave and inspiring stories. Our first story takes us to a college library, where the pressure of academics and social life can trigger anxiety. Our protagonist, let's call them Alex, was just like any other college student, eager to learn, make friends, and create memorable experiences. But as the semesters rolled on, the weight of expectations and social pressures began to cast a shadow over these aspirations. Alex started to feel a constant, gnawing sense of unease. Deadlines, exams, and the struggle to fit in started to feel less like challenges and more like insurmountable hurdles. Anxiety was no longer a stranger. It was an unwanted companion that refused to leave. But then, a turning point came. Alex realized that this relentless anxiety was not a sign of weakness, but a cry for help from within. It was a signal that something needed to change, so they decided to seek help. They started attending therapy sessions, where they learned to understand and manage their feelings of anxiety. Therapy was an enlightening experience for Alex. It was like opening a window in a stuffy room, letting in fresh air and light. Through conversations with their therapist, they began to understand the roots of their anxiety. They learned that it was okay to feel overwhelmed and that seeking help was not a sign of defeat, but a testament to their strength. In addition to therapy, Alex also discovered the power of mindfulness techniques. They started practicing meditation, focusing on their breath and being present in the moment. These techniques acted as an anchor, grounding them when anxiety threatened to sweep them away. The journey was not easy. It took time, patience, and a lot of self-love. But slowly, Alex began to regain control over their life. They learned to identify triggers, manage stress, and navigate social situations without the crippling fear of judgment. College was no longer a source of dread, but a platform for growth and self-discovery. From being overwhelmed to finding balance, this was a journey of self-discovery and resilience. Alex's story is a testament to the fact that it's okay to seek help, and it's okay to take care of your mental health, because at the end of the day, your mental well-being matters. Our second story is about the heavy weight of depression and the power of opening up. Depression can often feel like a relentless storm, casting a gloomy shadow over every aspect of life. For our storyteller today, it felt like a constant dark cloud that never seemed to lift. This person lived with the weight of depression for a long time, shouldering the burden alone. The fear of judgment, of being misunderstood, held them back from reaching out. It's a fear that many of us can relate to. The fear of showing our vulnerabilities, of admitting that we're not okay. But in the depths of despair, our storyteller made a brave choice. They decided to open up about their struggle. They reached out to their loved ones, sharing their feelings and experiences. And in doing so, they took the first crucial step towards healing. They also sought professional help, realizing that sometimes love and understanding aren't enough. Sometimes we need the expertise of someone trained to navigate the complex landscape of the human mind. They began therapy and medication, both of which played a key role in their recovery journey. Healing from depression isn't an overnight process. It's a path filled with ups and downs, good days and bad. But with each passing day, our storyteller noticed small changes. The cloud of depression began to lift, making way for moments of joy and purpose. They began to rebuild their life, one day at a time. They learned to appreciate the small victories, to celebrate each moment of happiness, no matter how fleeting. They learned to be gentle with themselves, to understand that healing isn't linear, that it's okay to have bad days. Today, they stand as a beacon of hope for those still battling the storm of depression. Their story is a testament to the power of opening up, of seeking help, of persistence and patience. It's a reminder that it's okay to not be okay, that asking for help is not a sign of weakness but a mark of strength. Healing is a process, but with support and professional help, it's possible to find joy again. And remember, no matter how heavy the weight of depression may feel, you are not alone. There are countless others who have walked this path before, and there is help available when you're ready to reach out. Our third story brings us to the harsh reality of bullying and its impact on mental health. Navigating through the turbulent waters of teenage years can be challenging, even more so when the storm of bullying is added to the mix. Our next story comes from a brave individual who faced this very storm. Meet our friend, we'll refer to them as Sam. Sam's teenage years were marred by bullying, both in school and online. The constant harassment began to erode their self-esteem, leaving them feeling isolated and afraid. The world, which should have been their oyster, became a place filled with anxiety and fear. But here's where Sam's story takes a turn. Acknowledging the toll this was taking on their mental health, they decided to reach out. They sought help from a therapist, a step that for many can be daunting in itself. With time, Sam began to understand and manage their feelings better, finding ways to cope and heal. But therapy wasn't the only lifeline for Sam. The support of family and friends played a crucial role in their journey. Loved ones who listened without judgment, who offered words of encouragement and reassurance, became pillars of strength. They reminded Sam that they were not alone, that it was okay to seek help, and most importantly, that they were loved and valued. Sam's story is not just about survival, but about transformation. From a teenager plagued by the fear of bullying, they emerged as an advocate for mental health awareness. They used their experience to create a safer and more understanding space for others, hoping to help them feel less alone in their struggles. Sam's journey is a testament to the power of courage and resilience. It's a reminder that it's okay to seek help, that you're not alone in your struggle, and that with the right support, it's possible to turn the tide. From feeling isolated to becoming an advocate for mental health awareness, this journey is about transformation and courage. Our fourth story is about a traumatic event and the subsequent journey to manage PTSD. This story is a testament to resilience and the power of seeking help when you need it. It's about a person who, after experiencing a traumatic event, found themselves grappling with post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. This mental health condition is characterized by intense, disturbing thoughts and feelings related to their experience that last long after the traumatic event has ended. They began to experience flashbacks, nightmares, and severe anxiety, as well as uncontrollable thoughts about the event. The world seemed to be a constant reminder of what they had been through, making everyday life a struggle. Recognizing these symptoms as signs of PTSD was the first step. It was a difficult realization, but it was also the beginning of their journey towards healing. They reached out for help, seeking therapy to address their trauma. Therapy provided a safe space where they could express their feelings and fears. It helped them understand their symptoms and gave them tools to manage them. But therapy was just one part of their recovery. They also began to practice self-care activities like yoga and meditation. These practices provided a way to connect with their body, to ground themselves in the present, and to find moments of calm amidst the storm of their symptoms. It was a holistic approach addressing both their mind and their body. This journey was not easy. There were days filled with struggle and pain, but they persevered, driven by the knowledge that each day was a step towards recovery. Each day was a step away from the trauma of the past and towards a future of peace and healing. They found that healing from PTSD was not about forgetting the traumatic event. It was about learning to live with it, to manage the symptoms, and to find peace amidst the chaos. It was about reclaiming their life from the clutches of PTSD. Each day is a step forward, and with the right help, peace is achievable. Our final story is about the realization of the importance of mental well-being and self-care. In this tale, we meet an individual who learned the hard way how vital it is to prioritize one's mental health. This person had been taught from a young age to simply tough it out when it came to mental health. This mentality was ingrained so deeply that they carried it into adulthood and into their career. Over time, the pressures of work, combined with the lack of attention to their mental health, led to a complete burnout. They found themselves emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausted, unable to perform their job or enjoy life. It was a wake-up call, a startling realization that they had been neglecting their mental well-being for far too long. They understood that toughing it out was not a sustainable strategy. Instead, it was a path to exhaustion and unhappiness. It was then that they made a pivotal decision. They decided to make self-care a non-negotiable part of their life. They began to prioritize their mental health just as they would their physical health or their career. This meant setting boundaries at work, taking time for relaxation and rejuvenation, and seeking professional help when needed. They learned to listen to their body and mind, to recognize signs of stress and fatigue, and to take necessary steps to alleviate them. This individual discovered that self-care is not about being selfish or indulgent. Rather, it's about taking care of one's mental, emotional, and physical well-being to live a balanced and fulfilling life. Through their journey, they realized that they were not just a worker, but a whole person deserving of care and attention. They learned that their value was not dependent on their productivity, but on their existence as a human being. Their story is a powerful reminder for all of us that our mental health matters. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Each one of these stories is a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. They remind us that mental health challenges are part of the human experience, and it's okay to struggle, to feel overwhelmed. But more importantly, they show us that it's possible to overcome these challenges, to find peace and balance again. From anxiety in college to battling depression, from the impact of teenage bullying to overcoming post-traumatic stress disorder, and learning the importance of self-care, these stories show us that mental health issues can affect anyone at any stage in life. But they also highlight the power of seeking help, of opening up about our struggles, and taking active steps towards healing and well-being. And that's the key takeaway here: reaching out for help when you need it. There's no shame in admitting that you're struggling. It's not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It shows that you're taking control of your mental well-being, that you're prioritizing your health. And remember, it's not just about seeking professional help. Sometimes, simply talking to a trusted friend or family member can make a world of difference. But where can we turn to for help? There are numerous resources available to support you on your mental health journey. Organizations like the National Alliance on Mental Illness, the American Psychological Association, and the World Health Organization provide valuable information and resources, from self-help guides to directories of mental health professionals. There are also numerous online platforms and hotlines that offer immediate help, such as Crisis Text Line, National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and the Trevor Project. These resources are available round the clock to provide immediate assistance to those in crisis. And remember, self-care is an essential part of maintaining good mental health. It's not just about bubble baths and spa days, but about taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to relax, meditate, or engage in an activity you enjoy. In conclusion, mental health is just as important as physical health. It's something we all need to prioritize, not just for ourselves, but also to support those around us. By sharing these stories, we hope to break the silence surrounding mental health, to inspire open conversations, and to remind everyone that it's okay not to be okay sometimes. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. You're not alone. Take care of your mental health. It matters.